Hey everybody, it's Mr. P. I am here with Thomas Derenberger. Thomas, how's it going, buddy? Good to see you.
It's going good.
Yeah?
How are you?
I'm about a 7. Thanks for asking. You know, I've been better, I've been worse. Is that fair?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm surviving. That's all you can do.
Yeah, that's all you can do.
What else can you do? You got no choice. You know the drill by now. You've heard it, you know, dozens and dozens of times in school. Come on, man. Tell me what you had for dinner. Tell me what the legendary Derenberger dinner has presented tonight. I need to know.
Tonight we had hot dogs and baked beans.
Hot dogs and baked beans. How was it?
Yeah, it was
Grilled?
good.
Were they grilled?
No.
Boiled?
No, they were not. They were baked.
Baked. Okay. You know, sounds delicious. Did your mom cook or did your dad?
It was my mom.
I'm going to say right off the bat, you know this, and you know this is not just me blowing hot air. I love starting every single school day with you in the media center, first period, talking about what we ate last night. If that didn't get our day started right, I don't know what would, right?
Yeah, it was every day.
Your mom makes some of the best meals. I can't believe how lucky you are, and I'd like to think that you realize that too. Is that correct?
Uh-huh.
A man of few words. Do you want to know what I had?
Yeah, what'd you have? I was just about to ask.
No, you weren't. Don't lie to me.
I was.
I had, on Thursdays, Mama Marie's has been doing these takeout dinners. And they had, tonight, we did it, we ordered it, and it was sort of like a grilled chicken with peppers and onions over ziti with a side salad. It was really good. They called it chicken Bella. You know, I mean,
how was it?
If you'd like,
a fan of it?
I'm sorry?
Were you a fan of it?
Yes. I didn't mean to hesitate. Yes, it was very good. I had no complaints. I mean, anytime I get to eat a nice hot meal, I'm a satisfied customer. You know what I mean? Much like yourself.
Uh-huh.
So tell me how life is going for you. I want to hear everything you've been up to.
Just been working really and staying inside and trying to not get the corona.
Yeah. Tell everybody where you're working for those that don't know.
I work at the Pitman water ice station and I work at Public Works for Washington Township.
Right. And that seems like, correct me if I'm wrong, you've got two extremes. One seems fun. People go to the water ice station and they're happy and it's like refreshing and people are glad to be there. And then Public Works, it sounds like a drag.
What would you say? It's a lot of hard work, but it's actually I like all the people there and it's pretty fun actually.
Why? What's fun about
it? There's just a bunch of nice people there and they're fun to hang out with.
Listen, you're not going to get fired. I'll go to bat for you. If you want to unload, now's your chance.
No, I really have no complaints about that.
All right, that's fair.
I really like it there.
And you told me right before we started, going back to the water ice station, that you feel like coronavirus has slowed business down, which is understandable, right?
Yeah, a little bit. There's been nights when it's been kind of slow, but just the other day it was kind of busy.
Yeah, I think everybody's starting, long into getting stir crazy, and water ice station is certainly a place to alleviate that cabin fever, I would think. Tell me what would you say are the top 3 selling water ice flavors at the water ice station?
A lot of people there like the mango water ice.
Yeah, that's good.
And a lot of people go with the regular just lemon.
Yeah, lemon, classic. And what about a third flavor?
I would probably have to say like blueberry or cherry are neck and neck.
Yeah. What's the least best-selling flavor?
The least? would probably
or crazy
be.
flavor that they made once and never made again, something like that.
I'd probably have to say iced tea or like coconut.
Oh, and have you had those flavors?
Yeah.
And your verdict?
Iced tea tastes like iced tea, but I'm not a fan of coconut.
I gotcha. Okay, that's fair. I'll allow that. How's everything else in your life going? How are things in the Derenberger household? What are you doing for fun? What's keeping you busy besides schoolwork, of course?
Um, we really all just hang out outside and just kind of do whatever.
Is that by choice, or is your mom forcing you outside until she can handle you coming back into the house?
It's by choice because we're all dying to get out of the house and
Yeah.
stop not be around each other.
Are your brother? Refresh my memory. You have an older brother and an older sister and a younger brother,
Yes.
correct? Is everybody home, or is like your brother out of the house? I forget.
Yeah, everybody's home.
How's that going? Do you have to share a room?
I share a room with my little brother.
Okay, so nobody's killed each other yet.
No, not yet.
Has anybody come
Close
close?
to, but not yet.
What's that?
Yeah.
Give me
Yeah.
what would be in your house? Like, who are the people that are the most, at each other's throats would be who?
Probably me and my little brother because I mess with
Oh,
him a lot and I find it funny.
I'm sure your parents do too. I'm sure they're enjoying it. Are
Yeah.
your parents both home as well? Like, I know your dad's a principal, right?
Yes.
So are they both doing work from home, or do they have to go in anywhere?
My mom does work at home and my dad has to go in like once a week to
Okay.
the school.
So I'm just curious, in a house with 4 children and 2 parents home working from home, do you get are there enough computers to share, or is there a place that you do your work? Or you guys have to use the kitchen table in shifts, or how does that work? Do you have a designated time where you and your brother are doing work
Well,
together? What?
yeah, me and my little brother, he usually works here at the dinner table and I'll work in our computer room on the computer.
Mm-hmm.
And then my sister usually just works in her room on her laptop.
And talk to me about is there anything that your family does as one besides meals, or is there a show that you all watch, or are you playing board games or doing anything like that, or are you just trying to avoid each other at all costs, much like my children do with me?
There's times when it's avoiding each other, but there's times where we sit down and hang out. Like the other day, we were playing this game where we play a song and you have to guess the name of the song and who wrote it.
Was that a game, like a made-up game that you guys came
Yeah,
up
it was
with, or
just
is
like
it?
a made-up game
I
that we did.
gotcha. All right, that's cool. What do you are you reading any books?
Not at the moment, no.
A whole year of being a media aide, nothing sunk in, did it?
No.
I know where you live. I can drop some off if you'd like.
Maybe. I'll think
Maybe.
about it.
All right. Yeah. Maybe I'll come to the water ice station with a big backpack.
All right.
Are you watching
I'd
any
love to see
television shows on your own? Maybe a Netflix show or something like that.
I watched the show All American.
I've heard other people mention that, and I'm not
It's
familiar.
like
But go ahead.
it's
What is
a
it?
high school football movie,
How is it? It's good.
or not a movie. It's a TV show. Yeah, it's good.
All right. And is it that's something you watch on your own?
Yeah.
Okay.
I started watching the Tiger King, but I'm not really into that.
That was weird. It's come up with other interviews. I watched it. I felt like it was entertaining, but
I thought it was entertaining for like the first couple of episodes.
yeah,
Then I got
I
a
get
little
it.
weird,
They're
and I
weird.
was like, yeah, I can't.
Yeah. This is just this is really bringing me back to first period, Me, you,
Yeah.
Officer Leach, maybe Mr. Hampton, right? Getting
Yeah,
our
every
day
once in a
started
while,
right.
and Mr. Casey sometimes, and
You were always a a glue guy because you were like one of the gang. Did that ever, this is a personal question, but when you would be sitting there and I'm talking to Officer Leach or Mr. Casey or whoever, I felt like you were able to hold your own with conversation. Was it ever weird to be like the student among 3 or 4 or 5 staff members, something like that?
No, I didn't think it was weird. I actually enjoyed our first period. That was probably my most favorite part of the day, was
Mine
first
too.
period.
Mine too. Man, right? What else do you miss about school?
Hanging out with all my friends, really.
Yeah.
And yeah, wish we could have gone on senior trip, but there's nothing you can do about it now.
Yeah. Is there a way that you and your friends have been keeping in touch, or have you been able to see anybody, or what?
We have a group chat that we all talk to each other in, and we FaceTime sometimes, but we've been playing PS4 a lot.
Are you part of this overnight gang that like sort of?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is like breakfast time for you, really. You're just getting your day started.
Yeah.
What time do you go to bed?
Well, in the like school week, I usually go to bed around like 9, 10.
Right.
And then in
And
the weekends I
weekends?
stay up. I stay up pretty late.
Okay. Now, do your parents give you a hard time about that, or they let you go?
Sometimes. Depends on what kind of mood they're in.
Or how loud you're being.
Yeah.
Just your PlayStation, is it in your bedroom, or like you're not keeping your brother awake?
No, it's in our basement.
Okay,
in our
so you can
basement.
do that and not really bother anybody.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's good. Have you have you done anything interesting with any of your schoolwork assignments? Any
In
assignments stick
forensics,
out?
we've had a lot of labs, and we did a shoe print lab, which is pretty interesting. We had
Tell me
to
about it.
like spray the bottom of our shoe with like cooking oil, and then walk on cardboard and like dust the shoe prints.
And which teacher was this with?
For forensics with Miss Katz.
Miss Katz. Okay. Um, have you been in touch with all of your teachers through like Zoom meetings or Google Hangouts?
I've only really had Zoom meetings with Miss Katz.
Okay.
Everything else is just kind of for math. He posts videos on how he teaches, so he doesn't do the Zoom meetings.
Mm-hmm.
And English, Newcomb has posted, I think, like maybe 2 videos of them talking to us.
Okay. Would you say that you're doing more or less work than you expected when we first came home for virtual learning?
I'd say a little bit more probably.
And how much work, if you had to guess, would you say you're doing per day? No judgment here, Thomas.
It depends. I'm a procrastinator, so I wait till the last second to do stuff. So
You and
on the last
99%
day.
of the other students, trust me.
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned procrastinating. From what I gather and from what I'm hearing from teachers, most teachers are giving assignments on a more extended basis. Some teachers are giving assignments on a Monday, and they're giving you the whole week to do them. Am I correct?
Yeah.
So do you find that, to me, that sounds a lot less structured than it was when we were going to school? So do you think that the looser deadlines are a benefit, or are you finding, I'm curious whether that's the regiment and the discipline of doing schoolwork every day at school is better in your opinion than being home and having extended deadlines?
I like the extended deadlines better because it like usually most of my work's due on Friday or like the night of Friday. So it like helps me. I know that like I
Hey,
need to get everything done by Friday.
sounds like no PlayStation for you tonight, huh, buddy?
No,
you,
I'm not. I
you might
usually
want to
don't. We're
consider
not usually.
you might
We're
want to
usually
consider no
not.
PlayStation tonight. I'm just saying.
We have a rule that we're usually not allowed to play PlayStation during the school week. We usually
I
play on the weekends.
I hear you. That's smart. Your parents and my parents, we're gonna be friends. You know, we line right up. That's probably why I enjoyed giving you such a hard time. You were the only student that could relate. What's your mental state since hearing that we're not going to be going back?
I was pretty sad. I mean, I wanted to go on senior trip and graduate, but
And
I've kind of made my peace with it, and I'm
yeah,
just like, you can't do anything about it.
among your friends and on your group chat, I heard you say you talk. What's the consensus as far as, hey, we're gonna go on a senior trip. It might just not happen until August or down the line. Has there been chatter about that?
Yeah, we've been talking about maybe doing something as my friend group, like going
Okay.
somewhere. We
And
don't know where yet, but
yeah, to be determined, like a lot of things, I guess, right now, you know?
yeah, it all depends
um,
on when this is over.
are you going crazy or are you hanging in?
I'm getting tired
Yeah,
of it. I want to be able to do what I want,
yeah, I hear you.
hang
Today
out with
was
my
like, I
friends and
felt like
stuff.
today, as we're recording this, it's on Thursday and it was a beautiful day out, right? And I said once the weather starts getting nice, it's just going to get so much harder to keep everybody inside and quarantine.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, have you watched any of the other interviews that I've done so far? You can be honest.
Yeah, I watched a couple. I watched RJ's, and I watched a little bit of Steph Sings.
Okay. So you're familiar with the bowl question portion of the interview.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. Well, we're going to do a bowl question now. All right. Are you excited? Don't
Yeah.
you miss this?
Yeah, I actually do.
All right. So in this bowl, we have all questions about me, buddy. Right? You, of all people, should just crank these out. In the other bowl is all questions related to coronavirus or things in the news. If you get the question right, I'm either gonna, have a PBQ, or you'll be there, or buy you lunch, buy you a pizza, have a pizza party, or waive your library fines. But guess what? I like you so much, no library fines for you, buddy. So, which bowl would you like to pick a question out of?
I'll do the personal because I always
I,
like hearing the personal stuff.
right. I mean, who wouldn't? Who wouldn't like hearing my personal opinion on things? Do you want to pick the question, or would you prefer I pick the question?
You can pick it.
You sure?
I trust you.
All right.
Yeah.
Here we go. I'm gonna just let's go with this one. I'm excited.
Amped
Oh,
up.
hey, you mentioned Disney trip a couple times. This is a Disney themed question. All right, it's
All
perfect
right.
for you. What is my all-time favorite ride in all of the Disney parks? I actually have a two-way tie, so that doubles your chances. Doesn't double your chances, but you have two chances of getting it right. All-time favorite Disney ride. You've been to
Tough
Disney,
one.
correct?
Yeah.
So you're familiar with the rides.
Yeah, I know some of them.
All right. I'll tell you, you know me. Look at this guy. I'm an old head. It's classic. These are classics. It's none of this newfangled Avatar nonsense. I go old school, baby.
Is it the Pirates of the Caribbean one?
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Thomas, Pirates of the Caribbean is correct. It's correct. Pirates of the Caribbean or Haunted Mansion. All right. Of course, I'm going Disney. I'm not going even Epcot. You know, to you, Epcot's old. To me, I feel like Epcot just opened. It was a big deal. All right. So I'm going to mark you down, and I'll get you a slice of pizza from Pizza Garden right next door. Maybe you can get me a little discount. What do you say?
I'll try.
What's your favorite Disney ride?
I like Space Mountain. That one's pretty fun.
Space Mountain would have actually been my third choice, but to me, it's a notch below the other two. I mean, that's the correct answer. I'm sorry. You could say Space Mountain, but to me, it's the third best ride. What?
I like the Haunted House too, the Haunted Mansion one.
Haunted
That
Mansion.
one's pretty cool.
Oh, it's fantastic. Yeah. It's just the right mix of campiness and like spookiness. That's about how much scary I can handle, which is why I like it so much. It's like that's as much as I can handle. You know?
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm scary. I don't really do scary stuff.
No, I don't do scary. I don't do scary. Tower of Terror? No, thank you. That's too much. I want to bring it back to our school for a second. Like, what would you say is one thing? I know you said you miss all your friends, but is there any aspect or any person, any teacher specifically at the school that you miss?
Well, I got to go with the obvious one. Our first period media center aide. That was my all-time favorite period.
Okay, you enjoyed first period. It was a great way to start the day. I probably owe you an apology for yapping to you so much that it prevented you from getting work done, both on your end and my end.
I enjoyed it. It was all right.
Instead of you doing your homework or studying for tests, you had to listen to me yap about my all-time favorite Disney rides and, what I had for dinner the previous night, you know? Is there a teacher that you miss?
Newcomb's class. I missed that class. I like the people in that class, and that class was pretty fun.
What would you say is what made it fun? I mean, what's so special about it?
It was, I don't know, it was just always fun. Like we were always having like jokes and laughing in that class, like especially with
learning, of course. While learning.
Yeah.
I needed to hear you say that. Okay. Otherwise, Mr. Newcomb, I'd get a text from him, and he'd have my head.
The public speaking portion was always fun, and everyone had good public speeches, and they were also pretty funny.
That's something that you'll have with you for the rest of your life. That's a lifelong skill. And obviously, it's paying off for you right now. Millions are going to be watching this, Thomas.
Yeah,
I told you, you and me are going
to be on the #1 trending list.
It'll be the #1 trending list. I don't know what that means, but I'll take your word for it. We're going to be trending. #trending. Is there anything before? I was almost going to wrap up, but I wanted to ask you, what are you going to be doing in September? What's ahead for you after graduation?
I'm probably just going to be working and saving up money because I don't know what I want to do yet, or like what I want to go to college for, or for what trade. Yeah, so I'm just going to work and save up money until I know what I want to do.
Good for you. What would your 10-year-old self have wanted to do? When you were 10 years old, what did you want to be when you grew up?
Probably be in the NFL.
All right. I mean, the teacher in me says that that's still doable. What do you think?
I'm too short.
Feel like you're too
not
small.
Fast enough.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I mean, you could play Madden. You could be.
Yeah, I could put myself in Madden, and
you could just throw yourself headstrong long in the Madden, right? Do you think that if we fast forwarded 10 years, 20 years, are you able to look into a crystal ball and you can say, I might not know exactly what I'm going to be doing, but I predict I'll end up in a certain field?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I could probably pick a certain field.
All right, too soon to tell.
I think I'm going to be in.
I actually think, and I remember talking to you about this. That's probably in some ways smarter than just kind of picking something and ending up failing at it. You're young. It's all ahead of you. You have a ton of time to figure that stuff out. That's part of the experience of growing up, right? You're mature enough to know that.
Yeah.
Exactly. Is there anything that you would like to say to your friends or classmates before I let you go?
No, I don't have much to say. I miss most of my classmates, and I wish we could have graduation
Yeah.
and be together as a class one more time, probably.
Yeah. Hopefully there's still time to do that. How about, like, let me just follow up on that. If you could give advice to the 8th grade class coming in, what would you say to the 8th graders regarding, maybe a piece of advice or something that you've learned in your 4 years at Pitman High School? What would you say?
I'd probably say just have fun, make the most of it, because you can use us as an example. Like pretend like every day is going to be the last one, because we didn't expect when we were still in school for when the coronavirus to happen for that to be our last day.
Yeah, that's a great
I'm
point,
pretty
right?
sure all of us would have really wanted to have it back, the
I
last
still
one.
talk about that week, and I say, I like the Flyers, and we have tickets, and I took my son to a Flyers game on a Tuesday night. By Thursday, the NBA had canceled their season. By Friday, there was talk of schools closing, and Friday was the students' last day, and that Monday was our last day as teachers. So
Yep.
it's amazing how fast it happened, and how unexpected, what a turn of events things have been since then, right?
Yeah.
Crazy.
It was just like a normal week for us, but
And you didn't, that Monday, you didn't know that would be your last week of your school year. Isn't
no,
that
yeah.
something? Crazy. Anyway, all right. Well, look, Thomas, I really appreciate you checking in. You know I'm a fan. I miss you, and I hope you're hanging in there. Okay.
I hope you're hanging in too. Yeah, I miss our first period classes.
I'm going to stop down at the water ice station before this is all over.
All right, I'll be there.
All right, sounds good, Thomas. I'm gonna end this. Okay, but thanks again, buddy.
Uh-huh. Have a
Talk to
good
you
one.
soon. See ya. Thanks.
See ya.